What's up everybody, this is Vanquish X and today I'm bringing you my review of Captain America Civil War. So Captain America Civil War is a continuation of The Winter Soldier and a direct sequel to Avengers Age of Ultron, and sees our heroes turn against each other as the Sokovia Accords, a set of laws that will put them in check, are about to be put in order after the countless lives that are lost when the Avengers are saving the world, as people just can't take that anymore. This of course causes cracks to run through the team, sides are taken, and they're going to butt heads. Civil War has every Avengers member except Thor and Hulk, who are off doing cosmic Ragnarok things, and introduces two new characters to the MCU, Spider-Man and Black Panther. And this is a very personal movie. I'll say it's the darkest MCU movie to date. It's a story about friendship, betrayal, revenge, all the while remaining to be a Captain America movie and not Avengers 2.5 as some were calling it. How the Russo brothers managed to hold this all together with the action, introducing new characters and taking the time to build toward the conflict is just beyond me. They take their time with the story, showing the very serious and mature side of these films, showing the real world after effects of these people getting crushed by buildings or cities getting dropped from the sky events. There's political intervention, people involved in those disasters wanting answers, and just an all round fear of what happens when the Avengers are kicking ass, as Tony Stark puts it. How well the story flows through the whole movie, the fact that it stays at the forefront and doesn't get pushed to the side just to handle all these characters. They give you everybody's opinion and make you understand where they're coming from. It really surprised me that they managed to contain all of this within 2.5 hours. So on the Russos and your writing team, you did a great job of this, and I'm so glad you're doing Avengers 3 now. I can't wait to see what you guys do with that. Moving on to the action. The action in this movie is fucking great. It's some of the best fighting I have seen in a comic book movie and in movies for a while. It's in the same style of The Winter Soldier, it's mostly close hand-to-hand combat, but they do it so well. It's not like other movies where you can't see what's going on. Every move is clear, even with so much going on with all these characters involved, which brings me on to that airport scene. Oh damn, that airport scene is brilliant. I loved every minute of that. Each character has enough screen time, which can be said for the whole movie. Everybody is there for a reason, they're not just putting there for the sake of using them, and they all get their moment in the sun, each moment getting better than the last. The fight also has a lot of depth to it. It's not just superhero kicking the crap out of superhero. You actually care about the outcome. You're invested in the struggle between these two sides. As like I said before, they take their time to build towards this conflict, and by the time it comes around, you're either Team Iron Man or Team Captain America. Or you'll be like me, in the middle where you know where they're all coming from, you understand why they chose their side, and you just can't really choose, as I've done it in such a great way, and you'll just be on the sidelines while they bash it out. And let me just tell you, being on the sideline looks great. The fight is amazing and it has lots of awesome moments. Some characters just outright stealing the show. It's just some of the best action I have seen. Let's talk about the all new heroes, Spider-Man and Black Panther. Tom Holland. Tom Holland. You knocked this out of the park, my friend. You were fantastic as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. As soon as you walked in at your first scene, you were the perfect Peter Parker. He is very relatable. He's struggling with trying to keep this a secret from his Aunt May and keep up with his schoolwork. He's a poor kid with technology from the 80s, for God's sake. He hunts for tech in the garbage, and you can feel what he's going through, and they perfectly get the message Spider-Man has always carried across, but in a different way from his last movie appearances, so you won't hear that famous line you're thinking of. Peter has always been relatable, and this portrayed that masterfully. Tobey Maguire, I always thought you were the perfect Peter Parker, but Thomas came in and took that crown from you. He got that role down. When he puts on that suit and starts doing his thing, it is great to see. He's flinging jokes and quips all around the place and doesn't seem to want to shut up, which is exactly how Spider-Man is. Spider-Man is his outlet. He can be more cocky and funny instead of his nervous and awkward self. I loved everything about this interpretation of Spider-Man. Marvel, you got it right in about 20 minutes where Sony failed to get it perfect in 5 movies. Thank you, Marvel, for doing Spidey the justice he deserves. And Tom Holland, welcome to the party, pal. I can't wait for Homecoming. I just need more Spider-Man. Black Panther, you are one bad mama jamma. You were just so badass. Chadwick Boseman, holy crap. You are Black Panther. You did great. As soon as you said a line, my friend Mark, if you're watching, you know what I mean. Black Panther was a big reason he wanted to see this, and he doesn't know much about him. He read about Black Panther a bit beforehand, but hasn't seen the character before. And when Chadwick spoke one line, my friend was hooked, and I just have to agree, he's pretty cool. And T'Challa is introduced seamlessly into this film. They take the small time that they had to bring him in and they bring you up to speed, make you know why he's there, and it doesn't feel forced. He fits into this movie, and when he puts on that awesome suit and jumps into action like a primal animal, you know he means business. He's just there to get what he wants done, and he's a very serious guy. He ain't got time for an Avengers spat that's going on. He was just so cool to watch, and it's about damn time he was in a movie. I'm glad Black Panther is finally here. His movie is shaping up to be great considering the cast they seem to be building. I'm looking forward to seeing that, and that's another character the Russos handled perfectly. He's just so fucking awesome. Of course, throughout all the action and seriousness, the film is a lot of fun. There's a lot of geek out moments, times when you can't stop smiling or your jaw just hits the floor. Yeah, happened to me. And the biggest Marvel staple, the comedy, and that aspect was handled really well. And a lot of the funny moments aren't necessarily jokes, from the way characters say things or how they react to certain situations. The best thing about it is that it didn't overtake or outshine the more serious tone of this movie. Both sides merge in a great way. You can go from laughing your ass off from something Spiderman or Ant-Man said to getting absolutely wrecked by the feels train. By the end of this movie, you are drained as you just went through a roller coaster of emotions. There is one thing in the movie that I didn't like as much, and that is the villain. Now don't get me wrong, he isn't shit and he doesn't belong with the worst MCU villains. It's just the way they used him at the beginning and in the middle. And at the start I was like, why are you here? What are you doing? By the middle I was like, okay, I kinda see what you're doing now. It's a bit, I can see it a bit more, okay, I'm warming up to you a bit. But it is the end that saved him. And the end, everything clicks. It's just, oh, you are needed. You're a big part in this movie. Much of it could still happen if you weren't there, but Zemo does round out the movie. He closes a certain character's story arc. He brings new light into a story point that's been going on since the first Iron Man movie. And what he accomplishes by the end completely changes the MCU. He did work for this movie, it's just the way they used him at the beginning and in the middle that affected him for me. This last thing is a nitpick and it does not affect the movie at all. It's just names of cities would pop up in big white letters, and it's the frequency of them that started to get annoying. It was quite jarring. So, Captain America Civil War is a great story and it somehow manages to stay at the forefront of the movie and not get bogged down by the amount of characters that were used. The action is some of the best comic book movie action and some of the best movie action I have seen. Each character was used well, none of them were just used for the sake of using them, and they all got their own awesome moments. The film has a very serious and mature nature around it, but it is merged with the comedy elements excellently. The new Spider-Man and Black Panther were perfectly and seamlessly introduced. The only down factor is the villain, but he is by no means shit, just the way he was used during the beginning and the middle, but he is needed. So for all of this, Captain America Civil War gets a 9.5 out of 10.
I could do this all day.
I could watch this one over and over, it's just really great. Well, that's it from me guys. If you liked the video, rock out on that like button, leave a comment and tell me what you guys think of Civil War and if you agree with the points I've made. Also, don't forget to subscribe as it really helps me out. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video.